I am Kellyanne Chaos, and I am here in Melbourne with the absolute craziness that is going on. So there's already been an arrest, and I have the footage of the guy being taken off. We have already got across the road here, we have already got the TRAs making a lot of noise. They were on this side of the street earlier and they have been pushed over. But like I said, there's already been arrest. There's the ponies, pretty ponies over there, police there. Let's just pan around. We have all the police here. And they literally did nothing. They did nothing at all until people were actually harmed and attacked and had things in their face. They did not act at all until that moment, which was really, really disappointing. They are across the road now, which is good. We are early. We are like literally still about half an hour before Kelly J. King gets here. But it's very exciting. So we're going to go around and hey, female, how you going? So we're going to be going around and talking to some TERFs. And we own the TERFness. We're going to totally own the TERFness. So again, I do not know how to set moderators, so my chat will be every man or woman or child for themselves. And since all my subscribers are pretty much women, I'm sorry ladies, but you're going to be on your own in my chat again.
It was at the same time. Oh, yeah.
So, let's go find some turban to speak to. Let's see if we can find some folk. I think over here I found a TERF or two that makes me. Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Welcome to Stone the Crimes.
Hello.
Now, you know what a woman is?
I know what a woman is.
She's on this side of the road, so obviously biological reality is a thing.
I believe that women are human beings that are female.
Riddle me this, it's not complicated, is it? Up until 10 years ago, we knew what a woman was.
I've always known what a woman was. I knew from the time I was a little girl.
Born that way.
I was born that
Born
way.
that way.
I saw the way women all around me were treated. All the girls around me were treated. Everybody knows what a woman is.
Everybody knows what a woman is. So, do you know when I was young and right? I used to walk a dog, yeah?
Yeah.
And after the holidays, I'd be like, go get all the rules and orders and whatnot to for the dog food. Now that gentleman used to sit up the stairs in his little stubbies, no pants on, his legs apart, his coconut sticking out of his pants, and he damn well knew what a young girl was.
Fuck yeah.
You know, they know what a woman is.
Yeah.
You know?
They know who to abuse.
They know who to abuse. They know who to flash. They know who to get a little trigger for their little horniness.
That's correct.
The lower horn.
Well, I say, can I swear on this?
Yes, go for it.
Fuck that shit.
Fuck that shit. Oh my God.
We're
Hello.
Facebook friends.
Mwah.
Yo-
Hello.
I have the wonky name of Yolik now.
Oh
That's me. I'm
yeah.
actually Yolanda.
Yolanda. Nice to meet you,
Nice to
Yolanda.
meet you.
We are live on my channel, so I hope you don't mind. We're in Melbourne and I'm in the best turban. I'm so happy to be here.
That's right.
Yes.
That's right. It's
So-
turf.
This
Women
is-
are going nowhere.
Do you know what? Go home turf means that they want us back in the kitchen.
Yep.
Because that's men yelling us to go home. That's a urinary leash. That's us being back in our place. And we say, our body, our turf.
Exactly.
This is our body. This is our turf.
Sex is 2 billion years old. Came long before that mob was born, and it ain't gonna change.
A dude in a dress is still a dude, man. Still a dude. So we've got a lovely crowd of fabulous women over here. There's already been an arrest today, which was great. Take that little bastard away.
Did you catch the scuffle on the steps?
No, I didn't catch
That's
that.
what got them kettled over there, because they started to invade the steps in this just
And
quietly.
pushing.
There were 3 or 4 on the steps.
Pushing.
So we moved our line to push back,
Yes.
sort of hold them back, and one of them threw a drink on
Yes.
one of our women.
Yes, and we can't guarantee
pushed
what's in
back,
that.
And once we pushed back, that ignited it for the police to kettle them and move them across.
But you can't guarantee what's in that. That could have been
That
acid.
is
Could have been urine.
Totalitarianism from the left and totalitarianism from the right is the same shit.
Absolutely.
And they both want to keep women in their place. Take your boot off my neck.
It's shoe horse put. You know, you go that far around, you become the right. That far around, you become the left.
Exactly. And soon enough, the left and the right have moved so far they're holding hands.
That's exactly right. And these coppers, I could not believe they literally waited for women to get hurt and stuff thrown on them before they did a thing.
Look at the big bloke there in the front with the skirt on and his trousers on.
I know. He doesn't know if it's a boy mode or girl mode today.
It's probably 29 degrees and it's only 11 o'clock.
Is it boy mode or girl mode?
Well, it's I don't know mode. It's I know exactly, but I'm going to play both sides of the fence for when it's useful to me.
That's right. You know, he'll rip that skirt off later when he doesn't want a virtue signal.
We're kind of like, yeah, but the 2 youngies were a bit quiet.
My camera's gone flat and I forgot the flipping batteries.
No. And I was very careful with my words to not try my food, but to say, this is you.
Hello. Can you don't mind being on my stream?
Nah, go for it.
Look who I'm here with.
It's me, Stasia. I'm not a trans activist.
No, she has a frontal horn. This is pretty crazy, yeah.
Yeah, it's going off. The cops are doing a good job so far.
They are.
That's good.
You know, they're very loud. They're very loud. I'm quite surprised. This Melbourne's a different level to Brisbane.
Yeah.
Yeah, like walking around, I'm like, whoa, there's some really big men in dresses in this town.
Right.
Like huge,
Yeah.
like taller than my husband used.
Yeah.
So that's sort of like crazy to me.
And they're already allowed in our change rooms here.
Yeah. My poor nan would freak, mate. My nan would freak.
Yeah.
I don't think people really understand what's coming their way.
I dropped in on my nana on the way home from Sydney, and she's a tough. She's been watching Sky News, and she's up to date.
Ah, get a bit of reader power.
Too funny.
Well, no, it's great, isn't it? It's great. It's great that, you know, look, I don't want to lose the word woman,
That's it.
okay? But if we had to have a word that meant a woman that knows what a woman is, I would quite happily take turf and run with it. That's the only word that I will accept instead of woman.
Well, I just found out a few weeks ago, I didn't know this, but the term suffragette was originally a slur.
Yes, from the suffrage movement, so it was a derogative term.
Yeah. Turf pride.
Turf pride, and that's I've been going through a lot of photos, right? American suffragettes photos, English suffragettes photos, Canadian suffragettes, and do you know what I've not come across? One man in a bloody dress fighting for women's rights. So if you can show me that suffragettes photo of a man in a dress fighting beside women, I might be able to have a chat with you, but until then, ain't gonna happen.
Doesn't exist.
Doesn't exist! We're always there. No, they're always there to fight against women. That's what was always there.
Cheers, Kelly.
Cheers! Oh,
See, folks.
I can get a selfie of that later. I'll talk to you later. Hello! Oh, get in here.
Hello!
Woo! I've seen you over there before.
I was, yes.
You were in the thick of it over there.
I just wanted to ask them, why are you here? What is so wrong about Let Women Speak? Nobody answered. I had 3 people play, megaphones into my brain. I had a lot of people say, don't film me. I said, why? It's a public place and you're in a public protest. No. They didn't answer a thing. I wanted one of them to at least talk about their idiotic talking points like transgenocide, trans youth healthcare. They didn't, so I might try later on, but yeah.
They're wearing more masks than we are.
Yeah.
And yet, we're the ones that lose jobs. We're
Yes.
the ones that get dogs. And yet,
Yes.
they are literally wearing masks.
Absolutely. I don't know if they bought their own paranoid mindset or if they know. They know they maybe are just, they've got all the power. They've got all the rules on their side. They've got all the language on their side. I think maybe they know.
That's right. I mean, again, I was real freaked out that the police left it till someone got liquid thrown on them.
Yes,
the police
I
waited
her, yes.
until someone got
Yeah.
pushed and shoved. And
Yeah.
banging a pot and pan in some woman's ear is literally insane, but here we are.
But here we are. And I saw before, about 5 minutes ago, the police coming onto the steps. I'm like, I guess they're getting ready to release some more trans activists here. And
So-
we might have to deal.
The woman that got liquid on her, there's a couple of things there. One, it's a very symbolic of ejaculation.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So
Yeah.
I've experienced this myself.
Yeah.
Where it's a winding up in an ejaculation. And in America, they use the pies, right? What was
Yeah.
the movie? American Pie. What was that about?
Oh,
what
yes.
was that
Masturbating in a
about?
pie.
So
Yes.
again, the
Yes.
symbols, the symbols
Yeah.
they use is very, very masculine symbology. That is a symbol of putting women back in their place.
Yeah.
And the milkshakes, the same. They can't guarantee what was in that liquid, and that's a scary thing.
That's it,
You
yes.
know, it could be urine, it could be. I mean, like
It could be acid, it could be anything.
Yeah, it's like an acid attack.
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying. Ask the god, ask the most macabre person what they think might be in it.
Yep.
And because that's how bad this shit can get.
That's how bad it can get. And they say that's normal. We have to shut people down.
Yeah.
They call us fascists, but what do fascists do?
They shut people down.
They shut people down and they rearrange language to suit the fascist regime.
That's right.
So chest feeders, vagina havers,
Yeah.
breeders, etc., etc.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, in the
ASAP.
prison yesterday, they were talking about it used to be mixed gender. And I was like, no,
Yeah.
it was sex.
Yes.
You're changing the language and you're
Yes.
rewriting fucking history in
Yes.
real time, and I'm supposed to witness that and be okay with it?
Exactly.
No, I'm not. I'm gonna go, hey. It was mixed fucking sex because they didn't even use the word gender 200 years ago. Excuse me.
Exactly.
Please, lady.
Can I tell you a tiny story, very short?
Yeah.
But there's a trans-identified man called Tiffany Newell.
Yeah.
He has just won the Canadian Masters in the 1500 meter run, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so he won that, stunning and brave. Before he did that, he was in the 50 to 54 age category.
Yeah.
Before that, he was in 45 to 49. Now, they drew a strict boundary between what he could win at 49 and what he could win at 50. Tell me the difference between a 49 and a 50-year-old that is not a difference between a male and a female.
That's just crazy.
He
Like,
had
that's
a record there in the 45 to 49 too.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Nuts.
he was happy to wait 1 year
Yeah.
to go into a different event, but can he stay at women's sports or women's spaces?
No.
No. So
You see?
just wanted to say that little story.
So do you go home today or are you staying tonight?
No, I'm staying tonight.
Nice.
Yes. You're staying here. Yeah, you're on a home.
Yeah, I'm going home on Tuesday, so I'm here for a little bit longer. To,
Fantastic.
with the hubby,
Yes.
as old married witches and bitches.
I'm doing a solo tour. It's cool.
Oh, solo tour. No.
Yeah.
That's all good. We don't call it a honeymoon because we've had a couple of attempted honeymoons that's gone digitally wrong, so we don't bother anymore.
Yeah, don't jinx it.
No, I'm just hanging out with my best mate for 30 years.
Oh, that's awesome. Look, this is kind of
And he's around here keeping an eye on me, making sure that I'm safe. In case he has to run in and like pick me up and take me out and get me out of trouble.
Exactly. You shall see. I
Because
know
he
they're
knows
trying to.
there's a chance that I might get in trouble.
There's
All right.
not many of them.
We'll go and have a look.
Thanks, huh?
Yes, yeah.
Love your channel.
Well, do you want to be on the channel?
Sure, I'll say hi.
We're live now, so g'day. Now, are you an Aussie?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, because I said the other day, Aussie, there was an English woman and a Kiwi woman. I'm like, look at us, we're multicultural. So, your name is
Sarah.
Hey, Sarah.
From Wangaratta.
Sarah from Wangaratta. Kelly and Chaos from Brisbane, how are you?
Well, lovely to meet you.
And then I started my little channel because there wasn't enough potty mouth pictures speaking up. Alright, so here we are in Melbourne, being incredibly potty mouth. So you live here?
No, I live in Wangaratta.
Wangaratta.
Northeast Victoria.
Okay, so that's a little bit of a distance to come in, is it?
And there was a bit of a panic. Our train got changed to a bus,
Oh, okay.
but we are getting on the express.
So you got it? Yeah! Yeah, you know what? Toast to the wind, mate. I think so. Why? Because we know what... Hey, Fema says hi, Sarah!
Hi, Fema!
I got some great subscribers on my channel.
I'm one of them.
Are you?
Yeah.
I
I don't comment though. Like I just watch and work and
I kind of thought that nobody actually watches it.
we do.
And I'm like, whoa, there's like 200 people on there that don't watch my channel. So I'm like, yeah, why would they? But again,
Oh
it's
no, why wouldn't you?
I kind of freak out though, but it's all good. I'm starting to get used to it. Yeah, starting to get used to it.
Advertise, don't we?
Yeah, exactly. That's this crazy over here. Like, are they gathering more of them? Does it look like more?
I think they're migrating over. I don't think
Okay.
they're actually more.
Did you see the guy in the skirt in the jeans?
Yeah.
He doesn't know if he's boy mode or girl mode today.
There are so many modes. Instead
Because-
of just being a bird in some jeans anyway.
Because you know, once he takes that skirt off, he's boy mode.
No. But you know, it depends which binary he wants to be today.
That's right, that's right. I'm going to flip this over. We're going to catch some of that, Sarah. Thank you for coming and talking to me.
Thanks for being awesome.
That's
Lovely to
right.
meet you.
Oh, later on, I might see if I can get a selfie with you.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Yeah? I don't know what you're doing out after work, but I'm going to follow some turf to go have a coffee or
I hope
something
so,
like that.
yeah. Ours will just depend on timetable.
Yeah. And mine's going to all depend on whether my husband thinks I'm in danger or not and needs to rescue me. But he knows that doesn't work too well either.
No,
Because I go kicking and screaming and it's not safe for anybody.
Yeah.
I might keep walking and keep surfing, keep looking. AVF 555, welcome to the madness that is Melbourne. Have a good night today, darling. Make sure you get up to lots of mischief. We got horses and ponies. There's a guy over there with both skirts and jeans on because, hey, let's go boy mode, girl mode. Just rip that skirt off and then you're boy mode again like bloody magic, isn't it? Wish I could magic myself 10 foot bloody tall. And size 6. Fuck yeah. Yeah, mate. Don't spook easily. You know, at the end of the day, They're just scared of badass women that say no. We're going to go down this way. We're looking at turfs this way. Yeah. They can smell those shrooms from miles away, mate. Let's see if we can step down on the street here. This is Toons. This is the Toons. And then we're going to walk up Turfville, right? So we're just going to do a bit of strut down here and check out. Sorry, love, coming through. There might be another arrest going on. There's horse bums.
Your actions are judged by the Creator. We're not judging anybody. But we're saying, get their hands off their children. The white children think an access on the floor. First, don't get another choice like what they want. Or something will hide, then they'll rent their body. Don't let our hands.
Now look, are you ready? I'm going to introduce you to the most bravest, badass women in Melbourne. Check out this side of the street, folks. Check out this side of the street. This is some based as fuck women. Based as fuck women. We got one here. I'm on my channel, Stone the Crow. You want to say hello? Hey! Man, see? Because we are based as fuck here as women. At the end of the day, we got a bunch of men in skirts that don't like women saying no.
Love women. That's a lie.
Every single cell has a
Hello, hello.
I was one of the speakers in Adelaide.
Yes. I'm Kellyanne Cowes. I run a little YouTube channel called Stone the Crow. Do you know my being on it?
Oh, right. No, I'm a bit shy.
You a bit shy? Are you sure? Are you speaking today?
No, but I was actually going to offer to read along on the live chat to see if I can troubleshoot any audio issues that arise that they know about.
Smart. Yeah. I was their PA, organised PA for Brisbane. So no, good. You gotta do your sound check. You gotta.
My friend and I paid for the security.
Okay, smash it.
Hey guys, why we start
What's your
marching?
name, darling? Easy, Kellyanne.
That way.
So I've come from. Yeah. So I've come from Brisbane, and you've come from Adelaide. No, you spoke really well. Based as fuck. We get our wicked, our warriors, our witches, and our wise women.
Exactly.
And we're owning that shit back.
Yeah. And also, some people in the live chat said that, because sometimes people would forget to take a little clip on the bell mic.
Yes.
They said it should be someone's sole job to switch the lapel mic.
They didn't use it in Brisbane at all, and the sound was really down on the whole because the PAs can only reach where they reach. And when people stand behind it, they go, I can't hear. It's like, well, you're going to be in front of it, not behind it.
And some of the speakers would just wander off after.
And take it with them. Yeah. And you can hear them in the crowd, just talking generally. All right, we're going to flip this over because this is crazy. Look at this shit. Look at this. It is absolutely fucking nuts here in Melbourne.
Can't hear him speak with a mask on.
I want you to ask yourself what we do in society.
This is nuts.
way from Brisbane.
I'm a long way from
I
Brisbane.
watch your TV show.
Oh, thank you. Come here.
And we know the government did this to them if they wanted to.
Thank you.
Keep up the good work.
Thank you, mate.
Why aren't you fucking speaking for the children? What are you speaking up for the children? You're no friggin' woman. Where's your motherhood? That's for witches.
Yeah, witches.
Your government promotes
Yep, witches.
you ask yourself why we're getting crisis for children.
What the hell is she about?
That is because
Witches are religious.
Yeah.
And we're blasphemous.
So are these people in the high vis on the, like the organisers?
Yeah, they're the marshal.
Right.
So we're going to cruise on this way. Lovely to meet you.
You too.
Yeah, I'm on Facebook at the Kelly and Chaos, KH. Add me as a friend because I love to play turfs like Pokemon cards, mate.
Alright.
No. Wicked women, we need to know where we're at, you know?
Yeah.
We need to know where we're at.
And on YouTube, you're Stone the Crow.
Stone the Crow, yeah. Not Crow. Yeah, play on words, right?
I think I saw your name and I was like, oh, clever.
Yeah. Black and white symbols, so it's like a chaos star.
Yeah, cool.
Chaos cross, actually, it is. It's so contain and master chaos, rather than letting it out.
So where are the speakers going to be standing?
I don't think in front of the standing for women thing, I think, yeah. But we're going up.
Whatever happens, it's going to go.
Oh my God, that is a big bloody man, right?
The government is not working in your interest. Your institutions are not working in your interest. Do not comply. Do not tolerate what you know to be
Because
wrong.
once this is over, he's taking that off.
Justifying it to me.
I'll talk to you later. I'm not quite sure what's going on, but I'm going to still transfer coffee or something later. Yeah.
Well, Kelly Jade told us all to meet her at a pub in Adelaide. Yeah, so she might do that again.
Yeah. No, well, they did that in Brisbane too, so. Yeah. Okay, catch ya. See ya.
What the council thinks it's acceptable. The drag queens tell stories, to preschools. Why is that acceptable?
Yeah. Women had to get actually pushed around and hurt before they moved them. You know, this is just what it comes down to, is a bunch of women saying no, and they don't like it. You know, do you mind being on the camera?
Don't mind being on the camera.
Okay.
I can't help but notice there's not too many women over here going over there and attacking them.
No.
Have you noticed that?
Yeah.
In our group, in our freedom fighters,
Maybe because my little fears don't really make much of a difference
gender
on
rights
some
to join us.
nice big solid jaw.
Well, don't practice on me, whatever you do. Well, I've got my fingers crossed it's going to work out well, because I've been watching her as she's travelling around Australia. She's given some lovely talks.
She's amazing, isn't she?
She's very good. Did you meet her in Brisbane?
I did get to meet her in Brisbane, and there's a little, on my hat here, there's a little round badge there with the tree, and she gave me that. So I got to put it on my turfing hat.
Excellent.
So the turfing hat, and I got some great little pins on there.
Oh, yeah. Are you going to put her talk up on your channel?
Yes, we're going live now, so as long as I've got battery power and whatnot, we're going to go as long as we can.
Good.
Yeah, bring your gun.
I'm just wondering whether we should be on the other side of this line.
I think we might move that way. I think the Christians behind us are getting a bit freaky.
I noticed that.
They're calling me a witch, can you believe it? Maybe it's the hat.
Well done, heroes. Have your children take your guns.
Oh, that's not friendly as a religious folk. I suppose to love thy neighbour, aren't they?
We're on the winning side.
There's Cuff Deeves. Going this way. okay? Hello. Do you mind being on the camera? On the street? Want to say hello?
Alright, I'll say hi.
Say hello.
Hi everyone.
I'm here talking with Turfs.
We are.
Yes?
Talking with
So
Turfs.
you're currently on a channel on YouTube called Stone the Crone.
What's it called?
Stone the Crone.
Okay,
You know?
Oh no, I have seen Stone the Crone.
Ah,
I
yeah.
have
Well,
seen
I'm
that.
Kellyanne, and
Kellyanne. I'm Kathy.
Hi Kathy, how are you?
Good.
This is pretty sick, isn't it? Pretty exciting.
It's exciting.
Yes.
It shouldn't be as stressful as it is talking about biology,
Yeah, I know.
facts of life, and consent, and not being able to say no.
That's the big one, isn't it? That's for me. When I say no, bam, we're done.
Yeah,
All over.
we shouldn't have to explain ourselves. We shouldn't have to talk about why we need our spaces. It should just be a given. I mean, I can't remember the years, but we didn't fight to have our own bathrooms and for girls to be able to play sport, to have it all taken away.
So, with the suffragettes, because did you know the suffragette was a derogative term?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was a suffrage movement. Suffragette was what they say, it's equivalent to turf.
Yeah.
What's the equivalent
So
to turf?
we're the new,
That's right.
the new suffragettes.
Yeah, exactly.
Fair enough.
So I'd be concerned with the changing of language and facts in real time.
Yeah.
And your Melbourne prison here on tour said that when they first built it, it was mixed gendered. And I went, no, was it? It was mixed sex. And now you're going to put men with their male part back in by proxy. They're swapping out reality. You know? And this is her speaking in historical tour.
Yeah.
You know? And it's like everybody else there didn't realise what they were getting told.
Yeah.
The mind control base behind that. You know? And it's symbolic. It's so symbolic. You know? So, I don't know what time it is, but Posey will be here soon. Kelly J.
Best everyone here.
See ya, thank you. Let women speak. 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 Let women speak.
And they just seem so sad and pathetic. They do.
I love you, VF! Teammate! Tough teammate, mate! Take me in! Take me in, VF! Alright, we're popping down. We're going for another walk. There's Cara again. She's over there. Welcome everybody to this channel. Thank you for being here with us. There are some turf legends in this crowd. I'm going turf fangirl mode 100%. I'm sure they're going to run out of energy banging their little pots and pans, and they will have to go to bed early tonight like the good little babies they are. It's a Bart Simpson mode, right? I am so great. I am so great. Everybody loves me. I am so great. That's what I hear anyway with the banging of the plans. So Kelly J is not far away. Unfortunately, when I get too far down the other end, there's some Christians that yell witch at me. So I come back up this end because they're like, what about the children? It's like, we care about the children too.
I've forgotten their godfathers along with the anti-vax nonsense.
Just like crazy. Like, leave Sky Daddy alone, he don't care. Can you imagine, like, the phone calls, he's constantly like, he don't care.
God doesn't think you're women either.
If there is some Sky Daddy out there, he's like, yeah, really? We're going to just sit back and watch Stone the Crone, mate, because it's interesting.
Opposable thumbs, and what do you do?
Exactly. Build yourself an empire and put a bloody scale on you. Yeah. That's it. Mary Jones, it's right. Only religious people really believe witches.
Yeah.
Have you listened to the Witch Trials of J.K. Rowling yet?
No.
It's really good.
Yeah?
Yeah,
No,
check it
look
out.
them up
Yeah.
for sure. And, you know, I would say it's science of consciousness and intent. As I think, so I feel, so I act. In those three is how I manifest. It ain't glitter, it ain't no effort, it's not something out of nothing. There's definitely, you know, you can't manifest nothing. You know?
I looked into chaos magic for a while there. I quite liked that brand.
That's what I do. That's mine because I look at my ancestors, yeah? And I'm multi-race. So my ancestors from Nigeria, Mali, and through the Caribbean to here. And then my grandfather is Sri Lankan. Like European. They stolen generation there too with the tea ladies.
Right.
So, you know, I've had my DNA done.
Hey, nice shirt.
Hey! Wait.
We're matching.
Nice.
Thanks for supporting.
Thank you. Yep.
Apparently this is offensive.
It is. It is. You're a rebel. You're a badass turf now. Cast magic's the best. Just saying. Hello, how are you? Are you happy to be on film?
Okay, so you know my face.
Come and have a chat with me. I'm on YouTube. I'm live. I run a little turfing channel from Brisbane. Yeah. No. I'm Stone the Crone. Kelly and Cal. No, come and do us hello. No. Yeah. Fair enough. But you're here. That's it. So smash it. Badass bitches are still badass bitches, mate. Thank you. No, everyone's got to do what they can. But you know, you can have on YouTube, Stone the Crone. Yeah. Okay. So we're here to document as much as possible and talk to as many turfs as possible.
In America, I love tourist t-shirts, like the 70s style. I didn't have the best one today.
I'm colorblind, so what do I know? But red, green, colorblind.
Yeah, he's very protective. Yeah. But he's watching from afar just in case he's got to come and try to get me out of here. And I did tell him I'd fight him.
No, I don't know.
I will fight you.
No, I just keep watching.
Don't take me away from the action, I will fight you.
And I've
Yeah, exactly. And we're not like banging things like Bart Simpson pots pans in people's faces, are we? So Kelly J cannot be. Yeah. I'm a professional belly dancer, so before COVID, you know, before entertainment got killed. Yeah. And at least if they could play a decent beat. Okay, Kelly J must be here because I just noticed that she's gone live. So she can't be far away. She's got to be here. She can't be far. I just seen her little thing say that she's live. So don't forget. Hey guys, so don't forget, if you got 2 devices, send one to Stone the Crow and the other one to Kelly J. King. Send the love across the internet.
Oh, you're streaming, are you?
Yeah, you're right. Do you want to come say hello?
Who are you streaming for?
Me. I'm Kelly and Cows. I run a channel called Stone the Crow in Brisbane.
Oh, how you
How are you? So mine's a trophy channel for turfs.
Sorry?
Mine's a channel for turfs.
Oh, okay.
So I don't go and, you know, I want to have a channel where women can come, they can speak their mind, it doesn't matter what colour their hair is. For golf, alternative people, a home for them, because the G for golf was never added to the alphabet mafia. Us people with a macabre identity that needs to be validated.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's what I sort of do. So I've come from Brisbane just to talk to turfs and get, you know, the vibe on the street and just the little extra chats that Kelly J doesn't get through the speeches and whatnot. So yeah, no, it's great. The LGB without the TQ. That's right. So anyway, there's a big crowd here. Everybody has a super turf power, right? Every turf has a super turf power. We talk about this. My friend Mary Jones in the chat, her super turf power is she collects turfs like Pokemon cards, right? My secret turf power is I'm bloody loud, right? My other mate, her super turf power is she's a great internet stalker.
Oh, okay.
Right, so she can keep track of yeah. So every turf has a superpower. We're just going to work out what it is.
My superpower is that I'm a lesbian.
Yes?
And I believe in biology.
Hey! BF!
I'm not attracted to male bodies. No matter how they dress.
They got boy stink. They got boy stink.
Yeah.
They got boy stink. Yeah, no. I'm a heterosexual woman. I've been with my husband 30 years this year. And his boy stinks like catnip. So, you know, it is.
I feel for you straight women, I really do.
My daughter said that too. She's like, my boyfriend left his shirt here. Why do I want to wear it? I'm like, because you're a heterosexual woman and you like the boy stink.
Oh, I do feel for you. There's no way I could do that.
Can I have a hug?
Sure.
Lovely to meet you too. Okay. I'm in front of the microphone where Kelly J. King will be soon. As soon as she gets here. Lesbians do rule. They are fucking based as shit. Because you know what? They are the women who say no and goddamn freaking mean it, and we have to respect that. Hello, how are you? Do you mind being on my channel with me?
Sorry?
Do you mind being on my channel with me and having a chat?
I can have a chat.
Yeah?
I'm not sure I've got too much to say.
So I'm just in Melbourne having a chat to women and turfs and anyone who actually believes in biological reality and truth. And I think you're on the right side of the street for that. So do you live in Melbourne?
I live in Victoria. I moved here 6 years ago, so I've experienced Victoria in a different way than people live in longer.
Yes.
Through the COVID, etc.
Yeah.
Rubbish, I was here a lot during the COVID year.
Yeah.
Early on. Of course, there's only men and women.
There's only
boy and girl.
Only boy and girl. There's only penis havers and vagina havers. You can cover it off.
Look, it's just a shame that the people on the other side of the road supported by the government, by the mainstream media. They're heavily supported by the health industry. They're heavily supported by the education industry. We're on the side where we represent the majority of people's real feelings and opinions. But we're refusing to say that we just bow down to it. The stories of confusion that young children are experiencing now are horrendous because of this issue. Them being told that they can be another gender, and of course they can't. But you've got the medical profession providing drugs and providing butchery, surgical butchery. They are very culpable. Thank you very much.
Yeah, mate! She's here, eh? Hey, Kelly J is here! Kelly J is here! Rockin' yellow! Rockin' the yellow today! Are you ready? We're gonna get some singing action from Kelly J. She's gonna start this shit! Let's start this shit! The periscope is going up because I am short. And I'm sure my husband is going to laugh about that later because that is an inside joke. Dead set. Kelly J just alive, and I'm having a fangirl moment, mate. Fangirl moment because I can't help my freaking self. You know, people say don't be all fangirl and the idol shit, but I say screw it. I will be a fangirl because that's how I roll. So hopefully I can get some shots. Yeah, there is some female police officers, but I can't see any polos. I haven't come across any polos. But we are here. I'm in front of the speakers, so we should get nice sound for you. And I'm quite sure my husband will be happy because I won't be able to speak tomorrow. But it's all good. All right, excuse me, mate. Can I just squeeze over there? That's a big man in front of me. Excuse me, guys, if you don't mind. I'd love to be able to get the women speak and not the men's backs. If that's okay, thank you. I'm a short woman, and all I'm getting is men's backs. You know, what the fuck is that? Let women speak, and all I'm doing is filming the backs of dudes, right? And I don't go for that shit. I tell you what, I'm a 5'1" Amazonian. You know? I can imagine what I'm going to be like if I fully reveal myself. Mate, you couldn't be on the same planet with me.
No? Oh. So maybe I should just hang it up here?
You don't need it, we've got plenty of our own.
Pardon?
We've got plenty of them here.
Whether you'll be able to see it or not, but, I'm just doing this piss off the left. Oh, we've got the box seat here.
I am pretty close to Kelly and to be able to film this for you. So, but I'm getting the back of her and I'm near the speaker. That's the best I can do. Sorry. I must say she looks pretty freaking rocking in yellow, eh? Eh? Well, look, I may be evil, but I'm not a fucking liar or a shit. Alright, we're going to go have another quick pan around, because this is just pretty crazy. Check this out.
Okay.
Woo!
Hi. Before I start, I feel like two things. One, we're going to do the respectful welcome to country, but I'm just going to stand up on those steps and I'm going to wave at all the boys that have come today. We're going to say hello, boys, to those lovely men and their cheer transers, as I like to call them, who've come along with. So I'm just going to stand up on the steps, and I think it might make them annoyed, but it's all good fun. So just one moment.
Your security guards are pretty dapper here in their suits.
Right, how we start in the UK as we do this. I'm going to finish and then you say the word tough. And you say it with pride and you forget that it's used against us, because actually it simply means that you don't think any woman can have a penis. Oh, what a day this has been. What a rare mood I'm in. Why, it's almost like being a... You absolute beauties. Come.
Hello, Victoria.
We acknowledge the Aboriginal peoples as the traditional owners of this land, and we pay our respects to elders past and present.
I'm just going to make this a bit lower so I can see my own face. Okay, so we are gathered here today before this brand new religion to refute it and refuse it. It's a quasi-religious, dogmatic cult. And what we're going to say is the words that you can no longer say as you watch your schools indoctrinate your children, as you watch your hospitals mutilate children, as you watch every lesbian space disappear before your very eyes, as you are told the lies that lesbian can have penises. And we say this: no woman has a penis! No. Shh. No man has a vagina. Non-binary is absolute nonsense. And transitioning children is the most profound abuse. So, I want to say why we are here, and then the media, whatever lies they might want to tell, can understand why we are here. We are here as women and men from all sides of the political aisle and none, from all religions and none, to say that we will stand up for the truth and reality. And we don't need any political ideology to do that. We don't need to be on the far side of anything. But we will not lie, and we will not let you lie to our children. We know that what the media will do today is it will talk about two sides. It will talk about two sides of this debate, two aggressive sides battling against each other. And hopefully what normal Australians will see is women trying to speak. And young men and young women who've been sold this lie, being desperate to try and stop us from speaking. We are your mothers, we are sometimes your grandmothers, your aunts, your educators, your sisters and your daughters. And we will be heard. So, in order to speak first, we don't have any preferential treatment, but if you don't have a vagina, a bit like the Titanic, you're right at the back of the queue. If at the end of this we've got room for men, then you will. If at the end of this we've got room for men to speak, then I promise you I will let you. But if you don't, it is women who can't describe what we are. It is pregnant women who go to hospital to be described as birthing persons. It is women in cancer literature described as people with cervixes. You testicular owners, you still get to be called men. You prostate checkers, you still get to be called men. It's not your language that's being destroyed and erased, it's ours. So I will ask your forgiveness. Not really, I don't care. But I will say that unashamedly, unapologetically, I will put women first. And that is every woman. So, if I forget to take the microphone off, will you just do it? Because...
It's an act, it's an act.
Act! Can you get rid of both of these?
We got some, we got...
Protesters from the other side.
We've got...
Get them out! Get them out! Get them out! Get them out!
There's always one.
what the shame of it is? It's 2 fucking women. All we want to do is let women speak. That's all we want. Formulate your arguments. Formulate your arguments. Try and convince people that men actually can change to women. And we might listen. But we know it's not true. You know it's not true. It's absolutely disgusting. The only thing you've got is mantras. Okay, right. I will not be governed by what they want. So, who would like to speak? Yes. Let me, this one first. Thank you.
Hi. I work in public health, and I've noticed a shift in the language of female healthcare. This is occurring in both state and federal publications and does not appear to be affecting men's health communications to the same degree. New South Wales and Queensland Health, as well as the federally funded National Cervical Screening Program, are now using the term people with a cervix in communications for the general public. When asked why, the response has been that it's a matter of inclusion for individuals who have a cervix, but who do not identify as women. This may be well intended, however, many will struggle to read and understand this content. This can actually worsen health inequality. Furthermore, many women find terms like these dehumanising, our lives reduced to a sum of body parts and processes. In a healthcare setting, lack of clarity can have negative real-world consequences, especially for women with low health literacy who miss their cervical screening because they did not understand that a message about people with a cervix was for them. The Queensland Women's Health Strategy consultation states that the Women's Health Strategy supports the health of women and girls and will also include, quote, all people who see themselves as a woman or a girl, and those who may not see themselves as being either a woman or a man. This means that the Queensland Women's Health Strategy now includes men. Because if it isn't specifically for women, who is it for? The overall effect of these linguistic changes in mainstream health communications is the opposite of inclusion. Using confusing, jargon-like terms make health messages more complicated. And by making these changes, it raises the reading level and excludes vulnerable groups of women who need health communications to be as clear and simple as possible. This is especially important for vulnerable populations who struggle to read and understand health information or know which service to use and when, such as women from non-English speaking backgrounds, women with low literacy, and women with an intellectual disability. This is not okay. Moreover, the Department of Health has changed the language of health communications without conducting any impact assessment. This is not usual practice. Why is this issue being treated so differently from others? Has anyone asked women how we feel about being referred to as people with a cervix or birthing parents?
No.
I am alarmed that there are now calls to adjust sex markers in medical records. Has anyone considered the impact of prioritising gender identity over sex in medicine? Male-bodied and female-bodied people can display different symptoms for the same illnesses and respond differently to medications and require different treatment. The notion that you should be able to change your biological sex in your medical record is worrying, and it especially compromises healthcare for people who identify as transgender because they are risking misdiagnosis, and delayed diagnosis from any resulting confusion. Lastly, if you want to learn more about how de-sexing language compromises health communications, please check out a paper by Gribble et al. It's called Effective Communication about Pregnancy, Birth, Lactation, Breastfeeding and Newborn Care, the Importance of Sex Language. It's published in a journal called Frontiers Global. It's free to read and it's already been viewed by 123,000 people. There is a supplementary file which details many examples of the unintended negative consequences of de-sexing the language of reproductive health care. My last word is that the intersection of sex and gender identity is one of public importance, and so far the Australian Commonwealth Department of Health has failed to engage well in this. Please write to your MPs and tell them how you feel about this. Thank you. Thank you, Posey.
Thank you! Woo!
I just want one thing for us to do. I want you to feel that today you made an absolute real world difference. Because for all of you that are here, there are hundreds of people across the country that agree with you but don't feel that they can come. And so I want you to give yourselves a massive cheer. It's so amazing. And right throughout Australia so far, the women here, it's like you've been saving it for so long because our speeches are so damn good. So in that vein, I'm hoping there's many of you that want to speak. So try and keep it short if you can, because as many voices as possible is great. It will take your voice, maybe only your voice, that can change somebody's mind. They might tune in just at that moment and they'll hear something that they completely chimes with them and make something that they want to do something too. So with that in mind, who's next? You'd like to be next?
Woo!
Hello, Melbourne! My first ever rally. Why are we here? We are here because women like Mary Lee and Mary Colton of the suffragettes fought long and hard for our right to vote. This happened in 1894 in South Australia, but only for some women. This did not, but not all. Not until 1962 was that complete. That's when Aboriginal women were finally included in the right to vote. In 2019, the Andrews government and the Greens took our sex-based rights away from us, quietly and stealthily. Women's voices were not allowed to be at the table during this decision. Only the trans voices. Natalie Hutchins, you are the Minister for Women and Transphobes, fuck off! Trans rights now! Transphobes, fuck off!
You're gonna abuse women, eh? You're gonna abuse women! You're fucking abusing women! You're gonna abuse old ladies! You're gonna abuse women!
You're a fucking disgrace! Scumbag!
I gotta kick in. Grab my equipment. I gotta kick in. Grab my equipment. Grab my equipment. Touch my shit. You don't touch my shit. Huh?
We need to watch them if they try and come through. Just push them on the ground.
You want to touch my stuff? Be the last shit you do. Touch my equipment. Be the last thing you do, touch my gear.
Is one of our people hurt? Is that one of ours or one of theirs
No.
on the ground?
No, no.
Oh, fucking kick them while they're
I
down,
did.
I say. Good on you. I saw that.
Well, grab my shit. You want to grab my shit?
Yeah.
You want to grab my equipment?
I know.
You will get it. I will protect what's mine.
Well, the cops took their sweet time coming down
I
here.
will protect what's mine. I will protect my women. I will protect my equipment. I will protect what's mine. You want to grab my stuff? You want to grab it? That's what you get. That's what you get.
Check.
Okay. Marshals, can you please come up the front, and we need to create a barrier around this area right now. Marshals, please come forward. All marshals, come forward and create a barrier.
Identify everyone. Make sure we know who's who.
They're all in pink vests.
Anyone can put one of those vests on. Make sure we identify everyone.
Marshals, make sure you identify who are the marshals so that no one else can infiltrate here.
We'll be better prepared if they tried again.
All right. I'm going to have to go up higher.
I'm just going to say, in 2023, it's absolutely revolting. It should frighten everybody that women talking about our rights and our spaces cannot do it safely. And they think they're on the right side of history. Every single politician that earns money in this building who said absolutely nothing about this, shame on you! You've got like small women, older women, middle-aged women, menopausal women trying to protect our rights because these stupid young women have no idea what they give up. And can I just say to you young women, you hate us, but you will become us.
I'm fine.
We'll do some ninja next time, so we'll just do some crazy ninja action.
Okay, time for me to finish. Natalie Hutchins, you are the Minister for Women and Education. Where were you? You should have stood up for our sex-based rights. In 1902, the first female-only toilets were built on the corner of Russell and Elizabeth Streets. Today, thanks to the Andrews government and the Greens, we have lost our female-only toilets because of self-ID legislation. And this means any man can self-ID as a woman now and come into what was our toilets, our domestic shelters, our change rooms, female-only shortlists. Sports. Basically, any man can utter those magic words, I'm a woman today. And that means any male predator can do this. And they do. They can legally come into what was our only female spaces. That means mothers, grandmothers and daughters. You can have a naked man in your change room. And if you complain, you get kicked out. The law is on their side. Are you kidding me? This is not progressive. This is regressive to women's sex-based rights. They were created for our safety, dignity and privacy. And now the Andrews government and the Greens don't believe we need safety, dignity and privacy. The World Professional Association for Gender Health have pushed affirming care model only What does this mean? It means when your daughter goes to the doctor and says, I'm trans now, your doctor has to say yes. They send her to the gender clinic and then they start her on a medical path. And we all know how dangerous that is. They are on drugs for the rest of their lives. The hormone blockers have serious side effects. They sterilise the girls. It hinders bone growth, brain development, causes osteoporosis, teeth cracking, mood swings, seizures, lack of sexual pleasure before they even know what that is. These are just a few. Look up the American College of Pediatricians. They have a section that says transgender interventions harm children. Testosterone is given to young girls from the age of 16 and up to 40 times the normal dose. These side effects are male pattern baldness, sterilisation, deepening the voice, mood swings, heart problems. Women's bodies are not designed for mass doses of testosterone, and these side effects are permanent. And it is recorded around the world that they are permanent. As humans, our bodies need to go through puberty in order to develop into an adult. After going through puberty, up to 90% of children that think they are trans realise they're actually gay. They need to go through puberty. Young females as young as 15 are getting double mastectomies and phalloplasties. What's that, you ask? It's a surgically made penis. Boys are getting castrated also and having a surgically made vagina. Google their procedures and the side effects. It's horrific. Big Pharma are the ultimate winners in this because once you take these drugs, you're on them for life. So they have a lifetime revenue stream in each new child. This is the greatest scandal in medical history, and the Andrews government and the Greens support the medicalisation of children. We women of Australia, some of us were born here, some of us came from other lands to call Australia home. We need to stand together and demand our sex-based rights be given back to us. The media, where are you? Why aren't you telling the truth? Why won't the media speak up for women's and children's safeguards? Predatory men have not disappeared. Ring, email any politicians, councillors to say we need our female-only spaces back. Instead of taking our sex-based rights away from us, we need male space, female space, gender diverse space. We are only asking for our right to have our female spaces. As women, we have fought for centuries to gain sex-based rights. The Andrews government and the Greens took it from us. We want our female-only spaces back.
Okay. It's fun, isn't it? Yes. Did you want to take
My name is Catherine Deeves. I am a woman. I am a mother. I am a mother of daughters, and I am a lawyer. I tried to run for Parliament last year, and what they did was try to make an example of women like me. But I am still standing. I am not silenced, and I am stronger than ever. What happened last year brought that issue into every household in Australia. And while we may only number a few hundred here today, I can tell you right now, the majority of Australians who who are probably running their kids to sport and doing the chores and doing the groceries today, but they stand with us. And when we look at those children over there who need a shower and to cut their hair and to get a job, I say to them, I will not be silenced. And what we object to, it's not people who, man wants to pop on a frock, knock yourself out, Dave, that's fine. But what we object to is the framework, the legal framework that is being imposed on us by our craven legislature, by our institutions, our media and our organisations that take away women as a legally recognised category. We object to those laws and we say to the people in power who make the decisions, write the policy, write the laws, where are you? Why aren't you standing up for women and girls? Why are you allowing the state to intrude into families and tell parents it's unlawful for them to protect their children? Why are we allowing lesbian spaces to be taken away? Why are we allowing gay spaces to be taken away? This is a dystopian ideology, and we must all stand up. And all of you here today who stand with Kelly and stand with all the women who are brave enough to speak, some of whom have never spoken publicly, we say thank you. This is a game changer. We are going to win this. And I will never, ever back down.
Okay. So we're gonna motor through. If your speech is longer than 3 minutes, I really ask you to shorten it. There's loads of women that want to speak. I think it's absolutely vital as many do as possible. So I might start putting everyone on a stopwatch. So do your best bits. Do your highlights. That would be great. Thank you so much.
Welcome to Melbourne, Kelly J. King. And we're really pleased to have you in this land of the Southern Cross. This is a democracy. We should be able to speak our voices here. Can you hear me? Yep. I've decided it's time to speak up because I've decided that not speaking up feels way, way worse. If we women do not say something, then the other side just pushes further and further, and we eventually lose our identities as mothers and women. We've been silenced too long by our workforce, by speaking out against a very sinister agenda aiming to silence all women. Silenced by so-called experts, silenced as parents and carers, silenced as widows, silenced as single women, silenced also for being ignored and being labelled deplorables. The battle of men dressed up as women and going into girls' change rooms, toilets and participating in women's sport is ultimately, like most things in life, a battle of values. I have a teenage daughter and I don't think it's fair that she has to compete with larger, obviously stronger. Look at this. We're being taken over by communists and socialists in Melbourne, Australia, on the steps of Parliament. This is meant to be a democracy where we can say our piece. Everyone listens to everyone else's point of view. My opinion might not be the same as your opinion, but it should still be able to be heard. And lastly, during puberty, it's normal for a girl to become moody, negative, anxious. It doesn't mean that she's something else and she shouldn't be tried to be persuaded by psychiatrists that she's something else. Let girls be tomboys. I watch what my kids read in a talk, and I see that in a private school in Melbourne, they recently were given a book about a boy who they encouraged to go in puberty blockers. I say read the book, but it's not really parents take an interest in what your kid's reading. It's out there, like it's celebrated in this book and the kids, and it's all in the school libraries. It's like, oh, we're getting puberty blockers and we're going to celebrate that. Mum's going to take us out for an ice cream sundae after that. That's not good enough. No one's speaking up about it. We're not, parents need more than administrators, than bureaucrats. Parents care for their kids, parents love their kids. That's all I have to say.
Melbourne represent! I'd like to acknowledge that we gather here today on the unceded lands of the Wurundjeri people from the Gulnye Nation, and I'd like to pay my respects to their ancestors and their elders, past, present and emerging. My name is Michelle Uriaro. I am co-founder of Women's Action Group Southwest Victoria and Manawahine Korero. And this is not my first time at this place to discuss this issue. I encourage each and every one of you to stand up and speak and challenge this issue. It has the potential to take our tamariki away from us, our children, our mokopuna, our grandchildren. As a co-founder of Manawahine Korero, we are very, very concerned. We see how this contamination is sweeping through white middle class. Groups of girls are suddenly coming out as non-binary. We know that happened to us. We barely survived the first colonization. This is the second, and we will not lie Do you believe me yet? No! Bigots! You're protecting Nazis and terrorists! To do something, participate in something that is against their interests or causes them harm. The Dan Andrews government and our ABC are master of manipulating. They've manipulated the public to accept Rothels and Abrams and allow children to be present. They have manipulated the public to accept the erasure of women's and children's boundaries. They say children can be born in the wrong body. It's a sickness. They say transitioning kids makes them happy. They scream inclusion while excluding half the population from our rights. 2 + 2 = 5. Well, we're here today to break that manipulator's spell. We say there's no such thing as a trans child. We say no to stereotypes and the people who want to enforce them. We know that a child's choice of toys does not define their sex. We know tomboys are girls. And many of them will be lesbians. Double speakers and manipulators of ABC and Andrews use it to control us. And this rebellion and the government's change of practices
lesbian, gay, and bisexual as the perfect shield for the TQ plus uku in the nest. They weren't protecting us, they were eliminating us.
Units. I spoke to 3 different police there who I knew.
They should have called the trans.
I know a lot.
They should have called it the Trans the Gay Away Act.
This is crazy. I'm from Brisbane.
They legislated large fines, jail sentences, and parents losing their children for those having the compassion to help someone come to terms with themselves without medical harm. If a child says they are the opposite sex, no one, not a therapist, not social worker, not parent, nor doctor, is allowed to explore other factors. Depression, anxiety, eating disorders, not a factor. Bullying, abuse, family issues, not a factor. Autism, not a factor. Could the girl be a future lesbian? Not a factor. Does she want to escape the attention of porn adult men and boys? Not a factor.
Do you know why I claim TERF? Do you know why I claim the word TERF? Because the suffrage movement, the suffragettes was a derogative term.
Here are your puberty doctors, fucking mayor. So that's a state-enforced child abuse. It is state-enforced homo hatred. It is state-enforced experimentation on the bodies and minds of mostly girls.
I don't make the standards for radical feminism.
They are destroying the bodies of a whole generation. Dan Andrews, ABC, SBS, Royal Children's Hospital. It's well past time to take your sausage fingers out of your ears. Most of us here are from the left, and we are angry.
I've been married for 30 years. I'm not allowed to go to IWU rallies, so I'm not a radical feminist. But I do own
2 plus 2 equals 4.
Power to the derogative language they give us.
That trans women are just plain old men.
Yes and no.
And that lesbians don't do dick.
I agree.
I want you to look up Acon Expose, aconexpose.org, and check out Magdalene Burns' videos on YouTube.
I'll own that. If someone calls me a dog, I'll own that. I'll devalue what you call me. Because it doesn't scare me to be called a name.
Those people in black and much.
Can I just remind you why we're here? We're here because we say no man has a vagina. No woman has a penis. There is no such thing as non-binary. And transitioning children is profound abuse.
Hi everyone, my name's Kat and I'm going to keep this really short, but basically as an autistic woman I've just found that this really affects the autistic community. I actually had a best friend at the age of 33. She decided to transition and she was given testosterone shots only after 15 weeks of going to a so-called gender specialist, and she's actually now moved to a regional town in Victoria, and she's now running a YouTube channel. And everyone else I've known, all the males, they're also actually autistic. And my ex-boyfriend from like 20 years ago in high school is now actually non-binary. And all the autistic organisations have also been captured as well. And so it's not just the little kids, obviously they're the most vulnerable, but even the adults, autistic adults, are even dragged into this in their 50s. I've known a guy who's 50 who's now identifying as a woman. Alright, that's all I want to say. Thank you.
sexes. Okay, I'm going to give you a trigger warning. For people who are a little bit sensitive and care about things like natural justice, integrity, evidence-based policy, you might find my story a bit tough. I was a member of the Greens for over 10 years. In August 2019, I was emailed by the Greens misconduct panel telling me that they were investigating misconduct allegations against me. I appear to have formed a women's lobby group called the Victorian Women's Guild, which was lobbying against the changes to birth certificate laws in Victoria. And apparently I'd also written a letter to The Age. I had to respond to these allegations and I have no more detail than that. Principles of natural justice mean that you should know the substance of the complaints against you when you have to respond to them, but that's not how they do things in the Greens. Finally, after some pushing for particulars of the complaints, I found out that the letter to The Age was the one which said that the changes to the law could have profound implications for women's only spaces. And maybe women should pay this price of allowing men into women's sports. But we have a right to discuss this. I'd also been quoted in The Australian as saying that women who are survivors of domestic violence and who are prisoners have a right to women's only spaces. This apparently was misconduct. After a long and incompetent process whereby members of the misconduct panel emailed me their internal discussions about my complaint, because that's how competent they are, I was found to have brought the Greens into disrepute and to have vilified transgender people for insisting that women and men are not the same. I've never mentioned the Greens in my advocacy. No one could say that when you think of Nina Valens, you think that she represents the Greens. Who the fuck is Nina Valens, really? But nevertheless, I was suspended from the Greens for 6 months, which is the harshest sanction the Greens have ever handed down since the new misconduct process. There were 2 men who came before the misconduct panel for stalking Greens councillors. Guess what they got?
We're a bunch of little old ladies,
They got a sanction of a censure, which is a slap on the wrist saying, tut tut, don't do that again. Jason Fernandez, who was the Assistant Secretary of the Greens, was found to have committed misconduct by leaking confidential information from the disputes panel in order to influence internal elections. Guess what Jason Fernandez's censure was? He just got a censure.
Thank you. I run a YouTube channel.
And lastly, I'd like to speak about Bianca Haven, B-Haven, also known as the Haven sister, pronouns she and it. He was found to have committed misconduct. He defended Nazis, he defended child rapists, and he defended incest on his Twitter feed. And these horrible comments were interwoven with lots of commentary about the internal processes and meetings of the Greens. The misconduct panel found that he risked to bring the Greens into disrepute. Not that he did, but just risked. And guess what his sanction was? He got a censure. They said, tut tut, we think you don't know how to use the internet properly. Shame on you, do better. I was suspended from the Greens for saying that women deserve women's only spaces, but a Nazi sympathiser remains in the Greens, is able to run for high positions within the Greens. Shame
Well, I'm glad Melbourne's media are here today to watch the two sides, because whilst we're here just talking about the things that we want, the rights that we need to protect, they're trying to break through police lines. What are they going to do? What do they want to do to us? Do they think we're going to be afraid? Many of us have pushed 8 or 9 pound babies through our vaginas. Some of you more crazy women will have refused any pain relief. Some of us haven't slept for 6 months because we got night sweats. You want to scare us, boys? You want to scare us? Tell us that you're cancelling chocolate. I really am at the point where this is the hill upon which I am prepared to die. I feel very religious, even though I'm a proper gold star atheist.
No, you've done an amazing job.
But I do feel like saying, forgive them, Father, for they know not what they do. These girls, let me tell you girls, you cannot bend on your knee for long enough to be forgiven. You may be killed last, but they will kill you. You may save yourself a little bit of precious time. You are no different to women who augment their breasts and stick crap in their arse. You are no different to those women. You perform the patriarchy you claim to stand against. In fact, a Kardashian is at least a little more honest. Anyway, next.
Hi, Melbourne. I have prepared 3 short works of fiction. Number 1. In the late 1920s, a man named Einar Wegener went to his doctor in Denmark and said he'd like to become a woman. His doctor said, "Don't be silly, Einar. Humans can't change sex." Einar went home. Footnote, Einar Wegener, also known as Lily Alba, underwent one of the earliest experimental sex reassignment treatments in Germany in 1930. Short story number 2. In November 2006, a group of law and human rights experts met in Indonesia to work out a set of principles about gender identity that they hoped would become international law. One of the experts suggested adding the following: each person's self-defined gender identity is integral to their personality and is one of the most basic aspects of self-determination, dignity, and freedom. But then one of the other experts asked, what exactly is a gender identity? The group of experts had a long, calm discussion about this and realized they'd been using the wrong word. They meant personality. They amended the principle to each person's personality is one of the most basic aspects of self-determination, dignity, and freedom. This became known as the Yogyakarta Principle. It's not very well known though, because people already knew in 2007 that personalities were important. The experts went home and did not have very remarkable careers.
If I had your height, I wouldn't need this damn thing,
Final
would
short
I?
story. It was the year 2013, and the Prime Minister of Australia was a woman called Julia Gillard.
Hey, but we're born in the wrong bodies.
The people of Australia were very happy to have a woman Prime Minister and were not rude to her at all. A law was proposed to amend the Sex Discrimination Act, which had been introduced in 1984 for the purpose of eliminating discrimination against women in the public arena. An amendment proposed to take the definitions of man and woman out of the Sex Discrimination Act.
nice. Yeah, nice. Very
But when it
excellent.
came time to discuss the
Excellent, yeah.
amendment, the other politicians said, hey,
I will,
have
thank
we
you.
really thought of the long-term effects on women here?
So there's your age of
They
consent
decided
for
not
you.
to pass the amendment until they had thought about all the implications.
They finished it.
Can I just say, the trans activists keep saying this to me, Posy Parker, you can't hide. I'm here! The silence is broken! ABC have covered this. Right the way across Australia, the media are no longer silent. They may be biased, but they are no longer ignoring you women. Okay, next. Right, I'm going to be really strict now and start timing you. Please can you speak? Right, I'm going to be really strict now. If you go over 3 minutes, I'm just going to cut you off. There are so many women that want to speak. Okay? There's so many women that want to speak.
I'm Barbary, and last week myself and my colleagues from the Coalition of Activist Lesbians addressed the United Nations Commission on the Status of Women in favour of lesbians, women's and girls' human rights. Because we all know that women's human rights are based on sex, which was removed from the Sex Discrimination Act. Now, the 21 census was an interesting one. They included a question on non-binary, and they could tick non-binary in the sex section of the 21 census. And at the end, the Bureau of Statistics said that they didn't collect enough useful information because people define non-binary in lots of different ways, and it did not provide data of high enough quality to be used. And there is a consultation on the wording of the 26 census right now, which I would love you all to go and give your 2 bobs worth. Sal Grover and her Giggle app, she's including lesbians there, but of course lesbians who say that they will not include men with penises in their dating app are reviled by the people who are trying to stop Giggle from happening. Jessica Hoyle in Tasmania has had an anti-discrimination finding against her because she wanted to have a lesbian-only night once a month at a nightclub. And the Anti-Discrimination Commissioner thought that she might be wanting to peer into the underpants of the people attending that event to see if they were men or not. I belong to Sappho's party. We were holding gatherings in 2004 and 2009, and we were taken to the South Australian Human Rights Commission and forbidden to advertise our meetings publicly. Victoria, if you are a psychologist who wants to take a non-affirmation approach to dealing with your clients and say, let's look at all the issues in your life, at the moment you are liable to a 12-year jail sentence and a $20,000 fine. And just in the words of Judy Small, we're gonna keep on walking forward. Keep on walking forward, keep on walking forward, never turning back, never turning back.
newly elected MP in the Victorian Parliament. Thank you. People told me that I only got elected because nobody knew what I thought. But I've been doing this for 15 years with my friends in the Greens Party and the Labor Party and every party conceivable. Today I'm actually going to read out a message from a Muslim friend of mine who was too afraid to be here because of behaviour like that. She has said that she came to Australia because she knew that in Australia human rights were advocated for strongly and that she would have protection in Australia. She thought that Australia was a paradise, especially for herself as a woman. And she thought that in Australia, everybody, regardless of religion, ethnicity, sexual orientation, any other belief of any other kind, they got to respect each other's beliefs and boundaries. And now she is devastated to find out that she has less rights in Australia than she did back home. She has said that boundaries are the emotional, mental and physical fences of every human that are erected in order to protect and maintain our psychological and physical needs, whether it be a human or an animal. And if an animal can understand and respect boundaries, why can't they? She is seeking that the government will do their job and stand up for the rights that she was promised when she came to Australia lawfully and legally, and that she said if the LGBTQI can have their rights, that's fine, but why does it involve taking away everybody else's rights? And she wants to say a big thank you to everybody out here today, and especially Callie J. Thank you.
Hey!
It's a really sorry state of affairs, but lots of women in this group are quite afraid, looking at each other with suspicion. Let me tell anyone, if you're here and you're nefarious and you touch a single woman in this crowd, I personally will sue you until you have no home. And apparently I've got so much money I could do that. Every single one of you that bought a t-shirt has contributed to my millionaire jet set lifestyle. So be warned, because I've got a very handsome and expensive lawyer. Okay, who did I say? Yes. I'll let you go next. You're next. So much. It's just so many women want to speak. Those people over there, the police are facing you because you're the bloody bad guys.
I've condensed it. I said basically in the beginning that I was raised on the tolerant left. I used to be an ally. So like most, when COVID hit, I ended up chronically online. It was during that time that I finally saw just how deranged the left had become, that there was no way around it. My tolerant left had gone and lost its fucking mind, trading intolerance chips for totalitarianism, for some shut up, get on your knees and comply. Misogyny, that slimy hand around women's throats that I saw as a child. Misogyny had had a revamp. It was glamorous now, all sparkly. It had some flags and new allies. Violent beta males wearing hankies on their faces, giving a wink and a nod to their comrades while screaming down women who just don't fancy having girl dick shoved in their daughters' faces in the change rooms at the pool. Their green-haired 20-something female conspirators feeling righteous while shielding trans-identified men who'd raped little girls and then had their chance with female inmates while imprisoned with them against their will. Freshly anointed trans women athletes mopping the tracks and stalls of the blood, sweat and tears of female athletes who they'd beaten, those tirelessly dedicated women from whom they'd stole. Women were just a feeling. We weren't mothers anymore, we were birthers. I hadn't breastfed for 3 long fucking years. Sore and overtouched breasts, loving but dazed and tired from sleepless nights. I'd chest fed for inclusion. Our lesbian and gay friends weren't allowed same-sex attraction. Their orientation was just a genital preference for backwards boomers, too vanilla and hate-filled to to enjoy someone's vagina without wincing or take that organic strap because it's real and so it's better, ladies. Now suck it. Pedophiles had a rebrand too. Minor attracted people they were, stunning and brave and here to stay. And if we made a peep about it, we were alt-right fascists, or the slightly lesser charge, alt-right fascist adjacent, because apparently safeguarding children is violent. Protecting their little bodies is far right. I used to be an ally, but now after having my compassion as a woman weaponized against me, being abused by filthy misogynists and their tragic brainwashed handmaidens, watching our lesbian sisters have to fight again for men to get the fuck out of their bedrooms and social spaces. Reading of countless women and children getting raped and discarded by decrepit autogynephiles wearing woman face like it's our skin, and watching all of those trans folks and trans allies kick back and just deny. Denouncing detransitioners like they were the new suppressive persons and thus all but the scum of the earth. Yet not a word about the sick and twisted men claiming womanhood who were harming us, representing them in their name, no less. And not a side glance, of course, at all the trans-identified women and girls, forcing nothing, forcing no one save for the muscle and sinew to be cut from their bodies for the sake of simulacrum. It's funny that. I'll politely state for the record it's my preference not to be called a cis woman. I don't qualify my existence in relation to another's, which is especially the case for narcissistic Trojan horses. I will be referred to as a woman, as a female, as a feminist, and not their brand of feminist, but my own. Because women far stronger than us fought long and hard for us to be standing here, and there isn't a misogynist alive who has the chops to change my mind. But they'll call me a TERF regardless, and I'm at the point where I just don't fucking care. Your ad hominems, they're no good here. You can't cash in that guilt by association. Your redirections, projections, smear campaigns, mistruths, and flying monkeys they all alter course and land squarely back on you, because reality defines who I am, who we are. I exclude no females from that shared reality, not one. All are welcome here and welcome to return, even those handmaidens, especially the handmaidens, because they won't always be safe from those pitchforks that they're wielding. They're not men, so they're disposable. And if they speak out in turn, then they'll get turned on too. We've been through worse and we've survived because we're women. We're built different. We're observed, not assigned. And nothing enrages a misogynist more than a woman saying no while insisting that she knows her own mind.
Australian women bringing fire! Honestly, it's like, this is as good as Glasgow. And that was pretty bloody epic, I can tell you. But we have these police on horseback. We don't need to throw ourselves underneath them. We can see the symbolism of these horses, holding back those that will do us harm. Oh God, it feels good to be a woman. It feels good in a way that all you pill-popping penis havers, you will never understand the solidarity of women. I even feel blessed to have had periods because it annoys you. To have the bruising pain of growing breasts reminds me that you didn't have it.
Nice moves, bro.
You're welcome.
I know I'm going to get that one up in set. I won't get that out.
We say nice drug-filled moves, bro.
Hi everyone, I'm Stasia Fry. Some of you have been watching Turf Talk Down Under, I think.
Hell yeah!
Now, you might think that I've dressed up today as a transgender activist. And you're right, I have. But don't be deceived by this unicorn horn. It's actually a female penis. A female penis sticking out of my head. My pronouns are dickhead. Only a dickhead, like the Victorian Minister for Equality, Harriet Shing, would think it's a good idea to put men convicted of rape and sexual assault in women's prisons. Only a dickhead, like the head of the Australian Sports Commission, Kieran Perkins, would claim there would be human carnage unless men are allowed to compete in women's swimming. Only an absolute dickhead, like Victorian Premier Dan Andrews, would claim that no one can point to a problem with regards to transgender laws. Well, Dictator Dan, I can point to more than several problems, but the main ones are dickheads in women's change rooms, homophobic trans dickheads, sexually harassing lesbians and gays, and dickhead doctors sterilising children. So to all the dickheads processing us here today, I say, you are not valid, you are not on the right side of history, and you do not have the moral high ground. You are bullies. Although bully is too soft a word to describe your behaviour, you are tyrannical, malignant narcissists. And your reign of terror will not last. You are the bloody fascists. These dickheads think we hate them because they're trans. Wrong! We hate them because they are tyrannical bullies. We hate them because they won't take no for an answer. For example, Callum Hannah Mounty, a man, was told to stop using the women's change rooms and he refused. And then this guy had the balls to claim he was the victim. To Callum Hannah Mounty and all the dickheads like him, I say, stop being a dickhead, mate!
Yay! Aussie Sheila's for the win, mate!
Hello. I wanted to say four really quick things. One, I've come down from Ballarat. Mayor Des Hudson, Ballarat Council, the Greens, the Rainbow Local Government Lobby, and the Labor Women, pull your attack dog off lesbian women in Ballarat. That man has been after us since September when Ballarat Council put out for public consultation an LGBTQIA+ inclusion plan that said that lesbians are people who identify as women who are attracted to other people who identify as women, and we said no, and Sean Mulcahy has been going after us ever since. 1. 2, John bloody, what's his name? ABC. Can't give his name. John Fane, please, come on mate, you are not dumb. Help us out here. 3, can we all just have a moment and not think about men? Let's shake it off. Shake it off. Woo! We're not thinking about men, we're thinking about us. Thank you if you're here. Thank you if you're watching. Kelly J, thank you. I'm a woman of the left. I got harassed because I was going to come here, but this is about solidarity. It doesn't matter what walk of life you are. You were born female, and that is the only thing. That is the only thing that we are talking about here in this space. We matter. That's all we're asking, is to be respected, and that it's so hard in 2023 and that we need riot police to protect us is outrageous. The last thing I'd like to say is, can you please with me, when I say I am woman, you know what to say, hear me roar, okay? I am woman! Hear me roar!
No political side or party is on our side. Not one of them. So if your allegiance is with the left or the right, then your allegiance is not with women first. It has to be women first. It's only by standing together that we get to defeat this. If you allow ideology, if you are governed by any political ideology above this, then we cannot stay united and win, because we will find division. It's really important. Thank you for coming and standing with people that you may not agree. It's so important. Women first, politics second. Okay, who was waiting?
It's actually so lovely to see you.
Thank you so much.
Hi. Hello, I'm Jennifer, and I've been waiting for bloody years to get up here and speak. I am so sick of this. I can't believe that we have riot police having to protect women from a bunch of people that are deluded. It's disgusting. I just want to thank Kelly J for coming all the way from England to be here with us and give us support, because we really need it. I want to thank all the women and men that are here. You're so brave, and thank you. And also the organisers, thank you very much. I just want to say firstly, like really basically, that men who identify as women are biologically men. Women who identify as men are biologically women. A woman is an adult human female with double X chromosomes and the potential to produce large gametes, right? Eggs, that's what we do. Sex is a binary reality for all mammals on Earth, and you can't change your sex, just so we're absolutely clear. And to be pro-women's rights does not equate with being anti-trans or transphobic. Wake the fuck up, seriously. In 2015, I woke up. I was like these knobs over here. I actually believed that we needed to embrace everybody with whatever way they wanted to express, and that's true. Like, I'm accepting of people. But as soon as you start to take female spaces, that's when I started to wake up. That was when Caitlyn Jenner had won Glamour Magazine's Woman of the Year award. I was like, what in the fuck is going on here? How could a person who'd been a wealthy, privileged man for 60-something years and had only been called a woman for less than a year suddenly become Woman of the Year? More of a woman than women that have been women and females since conception. I just wanted to have a look and see what happened, and then I found the most unbelievable amount of stuff. And the fact that men are getting into women's spaces. Men are invading women's spaces, and they're getting into prisons, they're impregnating, raping and assaulting women. They're getting into rape and domestic violence crisis centres, and they're attacking women. They're stalking them. They're actually getting into care positions, and they're actually having a say of whether they're going to touch women who are infirm, disabled. It's disgusting. These women, anybody who spoke out and said, we don't want you to touch us, they've been called transphobes. These women are not allowed, they're being gaslit. They're being told, if you don't submit to this gender ideology, you're transphobe, you're bigoted. You're not allowed to protect yourself. You're not allowed to use that thing that you learned from when you were a young woman and you went, okay, that person over there looks dodgy. I don't want them anywhere near me. You are meant to suck it up and let it happen, right? It's disgusting. I just also want to say, I also want to talk about trans thing, because I know I come from an area of Melbourne where there are so many kids that are really, really troubled, okay? And they're being told that it's
If you really, really like pink, you must be a girl. If you really, really like blue, you must be a boy. They're confused. When they get to be teenagers, this is the end of childhood. They're killing something off. They're moving into adulthood. But what they're being told is to kill off their womanhood, kill off their manhood, and then turn into something else. It's not sustainable. They're being told that gender, which is a mishmash of feelings, personality and social construction, is reality, and it's not true. They're giving kids the ability to make consent about things that they have no idea what they're consenting to. I just want to finally say, because I know there's other people who want to speak, I'm here because I care about protecting women's rights and the protection of our children. If people want to present as a masculinised or feminised version of themselves in the world, that's their business and it's got nothing to do with me. But when men try to appropriate the messy, wonderful, rich, powerful world of femaleness by LARPing stereotypical feminine tropes and they invade our spaces and erase our language, I say, no way. When kids are being encouraged by the government and social media influencers to disassociate from their bodies, medicalise and mutilate themselves, when they're still learning what it is to be a fucking human being, I say, no way. And this has to fucking stop.
What we see. So sorry. First, I was a swerve, and now I'm a turf. And that's because I believe that women are full, valuable, female human beings. But the consumption of the female body has been marketed to women, and society has bought it. Have we seen the delightful sign back there? Trans whore power. How is that powerful? Did we see the female protesters come in? How does taking your shirt off and showing your breasts, nothing wrong with breasts, all women have them, but how does that empower you? Women have been conditioned to see prostitution as empowering, pornography, surrogacy, but empowerment of the unanimated female body drags every other woman a little bit closer to the event horizon of tits without humanity. Is it any wonder that women have now become meat suits that anyone, any man can dress up as if a woman is made more powerful somehow by being used, that it becomes a good thing for her to disappear? And so all the young girls coming of age, all the autistic girls, all the lesbian girls, all the girls who do actually want boys they like to be attracted to them, they have been given a piece of shit for womanhood and they have been told that it is shinola. Is it any wonder that they not only don't want to be women anymore, they actually believe that they can tinker with their bodies and literally stop being one? I don't want the product that I have been told to sell. Our Melbourne Royal Children's Hospital Gender Service is the largest in the country. They see children up to their 16th birthday and have patients with interventions recorded as young as 3. It is over 70% girls seeing the Melbourne Clinic, and this is from an historical average of boys mainly facing with gender dysphoria, 80% who turned out to be healthy gay men when they growed up. Now it's 70% girls, with high rates of mental health problems, bullying, ADHD, mild to severe autism. About half present with autism. But in 2019, at the Royal Commission into Mental Health in Victoria, the head of the clinic, Dr. Telfer, lobbied for long-term secure funding so they could give double mastectomies in that clinic. She cited an American study where mastectomies were performed on girls from the age of 13, saying that the study found decreased levels of chest dysphoria once the girl's breasts were removed. Well, funny that. Why would a girl feel more comfortable? So as male author Andrea Longshoe says, while he's claiming to be a woman, femaleness is a universal sex defined by self-negation, making room for the desires of others, He thinks he can inhabit us because we will empty ourselves to make room, and I say, I am full.
I'll be really quick. I just want to put a call out to the people who aren't here today, because there's been a lot of talk about the right side of history. But the thing is, they think they're on the right side of history too. And if we don't step up, speak up and fight, they can win. And they get to determine what history is, and we will be the bigots. So I know there's a lot of reasons to not be here, whether you're scared of losing friends or your job, or if you're attached to your left-wing identity and don't want to speak out. If you just couldn't be bothered doing the research and figuring out why we're actually standing here. But we need you. We need your voices. I believe Kelly J when she says she never loses, but she needs people standing here. So I'm begging you, if you're sitting on the internet and just observing and saying nothing, not even being able to put up a blooming social media post, where the fuck are you? We need you.
Okay, so we came here today to say women don't have penises. No man has a vagina. There is no such thing as non-binary. And transing children is abuse. We broke the silence, boys. You may think you win. You may think you intimidate us. But we say to each and every one of you, fuck off! We are absolutely sick and tired of it. Women have had enough. We raise teenagers. We don't need to be bothered about what you silly children say on the streets. So, to those people that came here today, if you can stand next to someone, even though you know that there is precious little with which you agree, except that women deserve human rights and our spaces and our dignity, then I promise we will win. If you can ignore those who repeatedly ask for your purity over and above your commitment to women's rights, then I promise we will win. It's a little bit cringy, but it kind of works. And you know why else we're gonna win? Say it with me.
Bring it, bring it.
Very loud. Because I never lose! Thank you to all the women that organised. Thank you to stewards. Thank you each and every one of you that felt brave enough to come here. Thank you to the morons opposite who brought the press. And thank you very much to Melbourne Police for keeping women safe this afternoon. We know that you didn't join the police force to stop blue-haired morons from attacking middle-aged women, but we appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Hello, hey, I've almost lost my voice, I know, right? Me, losing my voice. But anyway, I've got like 5% charge on this phone left. Like, so, well done. So anyway, you can get across. I've got like 5%. I need to keep some time to get selfies and shit, because I'm a fangirl. Thank you for coming. I'm gonna cut this now. Remember, stay loud, my friends. Even if you gotta come to a different state. I love you for now. I'll talk to you later. Bye, folks. One last look around and then stone out.
Michelle!